council chambers every year. So at this point, I'd like to have a motion to come out of recess to go do the recognition awards.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so Councilwoman Woods first, Councilman Weber, got the second. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Weber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Okay, great, we're ready to go. Once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the volunteer recognition evening. As I just mentioned, it's one of the best evenings events that we have in the council chamber all year, so thank you so much for joining us. At this point, we'll invite up the women, the seniors. The seniors.
And that is Bev Walsh-Katz and Joanne Bockhorn.
We'll have a few words from Roger and Allison.
Just a few words, but before we get to our honor meeting, I just want to thank the mayor and the council for again recognizing outstanding volunteers. They make this evening so special. And especially for Mr. Jones, because I know this is your last volunteer night, right, Bill?
Yeah, it is, thank you, yes.
I've always said that this is your special, one of your special, most special nights. And we did make a couple of little gifts for you, the ladies made, for Crowley sisters. A turkey.
Thank you very much for my turkey fry.
I'm quite sure this is Bill.
It looks like Santa, so I'm.
Oh, that's so cute.
Thank you very much.
That's so cute.
So our two outstanding volunteers for the year are Joanne and Bev. Joanne joined the senior board of trustees in 2003. She continues to serve in various capacities. During that time, she has served as chairperson of the program and the trip committee. She helped plan and coordinate many of our trips and multi-events. She's always been our vice president for us forever. She's a lifelong resident of Ramsey. She served as a volunteer for the fire department ladies auxiliary for over 60 years. 60 years. She's also volunteer at the Ramsey Farmers Market, currently serving as vice president of that Valley Hospital Auxiliary. I'm honored to present Joanne Bockhorn as one of our first two outstanding volunteers for 2000. Our second volunteer to be recognized is Beverly Walsh-Katz. You know how when they say you want something done, you ask a busy person? That's Bev. She's a busy person, you ask her, she gets it done. She joined the committee in 2009. During those years, her contributions to the seniors she received served on the entertainment committee, planning and trip committees. She coordinated and chaperoned many of our numerous trips and outings. She worked tirelessly to revise and update our bylaws. She will step up and volunteer as secretary whenever needed. She is currently serving as our Miss Sunshine. She takes it upon herself to send cards, make phone calls, make visits to those seniors who are in need. In addition, she has volunteered with the Valley Hospital Auxiliary for 14 years. She has also been an electric poll worker, volunteered for 6 years at the Ramsey Farmers Market, the recognition that is long overdue. I'm pleased to recognize Bev Walsh.
I just want to say it's a pleasure to serve the community and this wonderful board that you have here for the council, and I'll just continue to do.
Thank you.
And I'm saying the same thing as what Bev said. But the only reason I'm up here is because of people like Beverly and our committees. We have run trips all these years. We're the only town that does that. And it was a group of very, very heavy volunteering. And Ramsey should know, and I'm sure you do, what we do for you guys as well is to help balance what you do for us by being volunteers. So we're willing to help you anytime.
Thank you. Next is the Women's Club. We have Janet Klein and Marilyn Sayers. Oh, I thought you were being like yours, but we're like,
Stay right there.
The Women's Club of Ramsey has two very exceptional volunteers to recognize this year. Because of their service to the Women's Club, our membership is able to continue to support the Ramsey community as our club has done for the past 115 years. Janet Klein has performed an extraordinary job in maintaining our financials for close to 3 years. She also ensures that tax returns and other various requirements are properly reported. She performs this job with the utmost integrity to protect the club. We're extremely grateful for her hard work while performing this essential function. Thank you, Janet. And Marilyn Sayers provides an essential volunteer position within our club by recording and maintaining all club records as recording secretary. Marilyn performs this job with ease while always offering a kind smile and pleasant greeting to all members. We express our sincere gratitude to Marilyn for her hard work and her willingness to go above and beyond. Thanks to Marilyn.
would you like to say anything, ladies? Sure, please.
You know, the Women's Club in Ramsey has been around over 115 years. And we do try to perform services and keep it local in Ramsey, those who are in need of assistance. And that's all I'm going to say.
Thank you. Please, your club, Eileen Barr. Come on up, folks. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Want to say a few words? Come on over.
Ready?
Thank you.
We have Irene as our outstanding volunteer with the Ramsey Leadership Club. Irene is active in everything, whether it's church, whether it's the auxiliary, whether it's the library. Irene is always stepping up to help people out. We have recognized her for always being there, whether register people, help with the trip, help collect dues. Anytime you need her, we just ask her, she's there. Besides, she has a wonderful smile and a great personality. She keeps us in line, which is very important. We couldn't exist without Irene. We're happy to recognize you tonight.
Thank you. And then the Ramsey Garden Club, Lucille Delano. Come on up. Congratulations.
I'm a stand-in for the president of the Garden Club, who was in an automobile accident and is incapacitated. So I'm going to read what she wrote. The Ramsey Area Garden Club is very honored to present Lucille Delano with the Volunteer of the Year Award. She's been part of Garden Club's planning board for the past 4 years as recording secretary. She has also been a support on various committees, such as the farmers market membership and the annual plant sale that usually takes place just before Mother's Day. Lucille's friendly, pleasant, and positive disposition is always an asset for our club, and we are so grateful for Lucille. But I have a few words of my own, which I'm taking the liberty to say. That Lucille is the kind of member of that every organization prizes most. She says yes when asked to help. She fills in when needed without a scowl. She contributes useful ideas and suggestions without insisting that hers prevail. She follows through, she volunteers, she welcomes new members, she attends meetings regularly, she reads her mail, She returns phone calls. She's friendly and positive, and when we often have events that take place in, outdoors, such as the plant sale or our farmer's market booth, her sweet husband brings us pizza.
It's a pleasure being a Garden Club. We do some good things. This scholarship, we decorate the triangle. We usually participate once a year in the farmers market, etc. So it's fun. Thank you.
And so folks, if you're part of the crew that's already received your recognition,
You want to leave? Go right ahead.
Hi, babe.
Walk the offender.
Thank you, Pat.
You are? Yeah. I know, this. That's gonna disappear. Weren't you agent to the juniors or at?
Yeah, you said that.
Public safety. Okay.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah, I got the right, yeah, public safety. All right, what do we got next? Oh.
anyone else from emergency services out there? Okay, we'll go with the.
All right, folks, first up is Rescue Squad and Laura Biermann. Congratulations. Very nice. Chief Keosian?
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Chris Keosian, Chief of the Rescue Squad. Our honoree for Volunteer of the Year this year is Laura Biermann. In a slightly different note from what people normally think of the Rescue Squad, we also have our administrative members who really help steer the ship behind the scenes, and Laura's been exemplary of that for the past year for us. She's been a member of the Rescue Squad for the past 6 years, spending much of that time as the treasurer of our organization. Laura brings with her a near lifetime of emergency service experience dating back to high school for her in her time as an EMT, and that experience has made her an invaluable member of the Rescue Squad. Specifically over the past year, in addition to being treasurer, Laura's also stepped up and helping with some of our other administrative tasks, including leading our fund drive, and then also taking a huge initiative with our Explorer posts, which is huge for our 14 and 15-year-old members, and really kind of, getting the youth in the door and, starting off with the next generation. So we couldn't have thought of a better person to receive the Volunteer of the Year for the squad this year. Congratulations, Laura.
Anyone else would like to share?
Just thank you to the Rescue Squad for honoring me in this way. I'm very behind the scenes. When I retired from my active service in the ambulance corps, I had a little bit of extra free time, so I tried to help. So thank you, and I encourage everybody to really try to come out and go through emergency services because they all need it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Didn't we just see you last week?
yes, you did.
Oh, we just saw you.
Is it one of these? We're trying to stay closer for the camera to the outside.
Justin, maybe move to your right.
Okay, here. Justin, you have a few words you want to share?
Yes, good evening, everybody. As you can see, our honoree this evening is Jim Keaney. Most of you either know Jim or at the very least see him around all the time and know his face. Jim is getting this award this evening because he is a foundational part of the ambulance corps about our services. And he is always not only being a rock for all of us to stand on and supporting us, but he's always volunteering to do more. Jim was doing so much for the ambulance corps even before he became a member. He was on the rescue squad and would just always come across the parking lot to help us out, and eventually decided, why not I stay there all the time? And he did that enough that he even earned his life membership, and he did that while retired, living 100 miles out of Ramsey at the time. And every week, Jim drives 100 miles times 2 to come volunteer for our community. And he's always there as a rock that you can go and you can ask for advice and questions on. And he'll say, you know what I can do for that? I'll give you another 12 hours a week. I'll drive 400 miles a week. So Jim is a wonderful mentor, a wonderful teacher, a wonderful volunteer, and a wonderful friend, and that's why he's getting used to what he's doing.
I'd like to thank my fellow ambulance corps members for the recognition. I really appreciate it genuinely. The only thing I can say is, as long as I can climb into a truck, I'll be coming up to help. Okay? Thank you very much.
For the fire department, Chris Burnett.
Captain Chris Cornett's our Volunteer of the Year for Ramsey Fire Department this year. Chris is a 15-year member of the fire department, and I don't know how many generations firefighter now, so following his father and his brothers. Chris has been an upcoming officer in the past, served a couple of years as lieutenant. He's been a captain for a couple of years now. He's currently our training officer, which takes a tremendous amount of time to go through and plan drills, or he's been reaching out to other organizations in the fire academy to get us to go out of house to do some live drills. And I can tell you, there's a lot of things that I lean on him for, and he's been a tremendous help. So congratulations, Chris.
I want to say, jumping the captain was a big step in responsibility. And when you're a lieutenant, you have to do things like call for, hose testing, make sure some of the equipment gets taken care of, stuff like that. Training is a whole different thing. I just want to thank all the past chiefs and fellow members that helped me with drills over the past 2 years. They were a huge help. I don't know if I could have done it without them. And I look forward to what the future holds.
Thank you.
Councilman Weber is going to join us for our next presentation for the Knights of Columbus, and that is the annual appointment.
Good evening, everyone. My name is T. John Cruz. I'm the Grand Knight for Ramsey, Patrick, Indor Council for Knights of Columbus. Knights of Columbus is based on a few principles: charity, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. And this year, who better to get the Volunteer of the Year award but Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is the example of what the Knights are all about. He constantly comes up with new ideas. He developed in his own little workshop wooden flags to run off as a raffle. And the one other thing that I would just want to say about Dan is he's no stranger to volunteerism. He was actually in the Army, and he arranged a great event this past weekend to go and see at West Point, see Army play Wake Forest. It was just a fun event. But he's always there. He's recently joined a few years ago, and he's already risen up the ranks and, on his way to probably be grand knight at some point as well. So I just want to thank Ken for all of his service and, his volunteerism. So thanks very much.
Sure. I'd just like to say a quick thanks to Steve, to Harry. Being a knight for about 5 years now, it hasn't been hard because I've had incredible examples to follow. So a big thanks to them, and the ability to give back to this incredible town and community has been fantastic. And I'd be remiss in saying, thank you to my family, their unwavering support, especially my wife who puts up with my time in the wood shop. And everything else I do, I have nothing but complete support from them, which just makes things all that much easier. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Emergency services, if you guys want to leave, once again, we'll miss you, but we won't take it personally. But, you guys got other things to Soccer?
We signed it. Oh, no, it's not.
Okay, awesome.
We got a few more in between, so. No, we always got this. They didn't.
Okay, well, everybody is settled, and the next up will be the Ramsey Historical Society. Come on up. Hello, how are you? Carol Hackball. Thank you. You're welcome. Say a few words. Please do. Here we go. Of course not.
So, thank you, Mayor Council, for getting this recognition. Thanks first. Last couple of years, right? As Councilman Jones mentioned in his earlier remarks, some of the time periods volunteering are kind of amazing, right? And even against that, Carol's contributions are sort of stand out. This is her 32nd year with the Ramsey Historical Society.
That's amazing.
Carol was a member of our executive board from 1994 to 2002. She's a former president of the association. She did, I don't know, how many hundreds of tours at this point. Fourth graders and scouts and concerned groups, historical groups. She wrote the Joseph Guide we use today for those tours. She ran Yankee Pepper Day back when we did that, before we sort of did that off the Roman Fathers. And she also did the car shows before we handed those off to Ramsey High. So it's a long list. Those are some of the highlights. I want to thank Carol for her incredible period of service, which is continuing. This is not a, She's still here on St. Nick's Day and everything else. But thank you, Carol, very much.
Thank you.
Well, I just have to say that I've always been interested in history. And coming to Ramsey and going to the old stone house on a field trip for my oldest son, I said, this is where I belong. And so I made it my goal to push Ramsey's history and to push for the acknowledgement of how great Ramsey is as a community, both way back when and today. And by going out to different communities, going out to different organizations to speak, to present programs appropriate to different grade levels in schools, both in Ramsey and out of town, I think I might have made a little bit of difference and got people have them pique their interest in learning more about Ramsey. And I hope it's for the best. I had a great time. I continue to have a great time.
Still gonna have a great time.
You bet I am, yeah. So if you see me walking around, going from my house to the old stone house, and you see me in costume, you could just say, there's that colonial lady, because that's what the kids knew me as for years and years and years, the colonial lady. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Greater Ramsey Unico, Maria Arabito. Hello, congratulations. Thank you. Here comes Ari. Here's Ari.
My name is Ori Licata. I'm president of the Ramsey Unico, and I'm happy to present Maria Arvito with this award. She is relentless in her scholarship approach. The Ramsey Unico gives a scholarship to Mawa, to Ramsey, and to Don Bosco, and St. Joe's. And she has done a terrific job, and now she's vice president. She's taken over some of the duties of setting up the meetings and doing some of the other things. We're a service organization, similar to what you've heard here tonight, along with the Knights and Rotary and so forth. We enjoy giving to our community. So Maria, congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Right next to mine.
Okay, I just want to say that I am so honored to be recognized, and I just so much enjoy my time with Unico. I believe it's so worthwhile giving back to the community, and we try our best to raise money and then put it right back into the community. But I would be remiss without mentioning that I take this honor and on behalf of many, many, many members who work as hard, if not even more than I do. So I honor them, all of the people that I work with, who work with me, and together we serve our community. Thank you.
Fusion, can the Knights get a picture with you?
Of
Before you
course.
start the next group, we just went for.
Okay, for the Knights, before we start? Okay. Okay, who's this? Is Joe taking the picture?
Good boy. All right.
Got it? Okay, we're good. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thanks again.
Oh, of course. Okay, and the next is Ramsey Juniors, Jennifer Manias. Congratulations. And thank you. Hi, Laura, come on over. Of course, how are you? Here you go.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Sibilat. I'm the president of the Ramsey Juniors, and I wanted to take a few minutes to just tell you a little bit about the juniors and what we do if you're not familiar. We're a nonprofit organization of women in Ramsey, and our primary focus is to serve our local community through volunteer service. We raise thousands of dollars a year to benefit many organizations like Ramsey Responds, the Fire, Ambulance, Ramsey Rescue, Ramsey Library, and many more. We have over 30 active members, but tonight we are honoring one of our most active. It is my pleasure to present Jennifer Manias as our outstanding volunteer this year. She's a member of the Ramsey Juniors for over 3 years. She's a member that can always be counted on to volunteer her time at any event. If we need help, her hand is always up, and she embraces the Juniors motto, which is with hearts and hands we serve. She's kind, she's positive, and she cares about our Ramsey community. Just this year alone, Jen was vital in getting out all of our at-home bakery kits, which was over 250 of them, organized and delivered throughout town. She has dedicated her time to our cleanup booth, farmers markets events, and finding new ways to support our community. She's a working mom with 2 active boys, and if she's not, working, she's shuttling her kids to extracurriculars and volunteering at school events. She still finds time to give back to our community, and we're lucky to have her and excited to present her with this award.
And would you like to say anything?
Oh, it's just, it's an honor and a privilege to be part of juniors and to just give back to this community that, we love so dearly. We've been here 16 years, and to be able to give back in the way that we have is just a privilege.
Councilwoman Woods was president of the juniors.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a junior when she was president, and a few other presidents, but we finally, unfortunately, we aged out. Way past the deadline, trust me, we wouldn't give it up.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. All right, and now we have everybody who's being recognized is very special. Oh, there's something really special. James D. Tomaso from Right Ramsey for Everyone. Come on up, James.
All right.
Mr. Popolo.
Yeah, so before I get into why we're going to recognize James for Right, I gotta give him a shout out to because this weekend, was it this weekend? I believe you went and played golf at the Special Olympics and won the gold medal with your brother. Golf and we didn't go, but we had many folks who recognize and look at, but for James and for Right, just a little bit about Right. It is an organization that works with disabilities and performing, whether it's access for disabilities or events, social events for the disability crowd. James, by far, stood out. And when we were going through the individuals and going through everybody, we recognized that James, not only for the events that we have, would be the first one there and the last one to leave. And so we had a couple of events. We had a barbecue and a pool party this year, and it's the second year we've had it. And not only did he help clean up, set up the table, do all that, we used his music. And so his music was blasting at the pool party. We had to have it. And the other piece that I'll just note and share with you was that we just had our karaoke event that we had. And we had it at the beautiful community center. So thank you very much for the community center. Unbelievable event that we had there at the end. There's James out there sweeping up that floor and cleaning it up. So thank you, James, for everything that you do. Really, really appreciate it.
James, just so you know, Mr. Canals over there complimented how clean the community center was. It's cleaner than when I left it. So we'll give James Tomaso to say thank you for that.
Very much, sir. So thank you.
Thank you all coming for your
The Right Halloween party this Friday night at the community center.
What's your costume, Mary? I'm telling you, it'll arrive. It's not, the shark got retired. I was gonna borrow the shark. It's available.
Okay, the next is Municipal Alliance and Jennifer Iorio. Guys, come on closer. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Andrew.
You're really gonna ask them to stand in their mommy.
So those of you who don't know, the Ramsey Municipal Alliance is a not-for-profit substance abuse prevention program through the Borough of Ramsey. We focus on mental wellness, education for kids, drug take-backs for our community and our seniors. We really just try and get in and bring in programming anywhere that we feel that it's needed. We've always had a long wish list of items to accomplish, and one of those was fundraising. This was an especially tough year for everyone, and our reach was shortened last year. So we needed to look ahead and we needed to plan so that we could bring in really powerful programming into the community. And we needed to do that, hit the ground running. So Jennifer Iorio took the lead on both uniform purchases and fundraising. With supply chain issues and cost constraints that we didn't even know that we were going to encounter, she had no idea the size of the job she was taking on. Choosing products for our fundraiser was a chore in itself. Bags and doodads and this and that were all over this room. And supply chain caused us to go through multiple vendors. She had to get our uniforms last year before the grant year closed. It was a huge undertaking. Yeah, it really was. And they came out perfect. They really did. After all this, we settled on, for our fundraiser this year, Ramsey tees, and they were very trendy. And we had a successful fundraiser, raising well over $1,200 to date in profit. One of our most attended events ever was the last one we did, where community leaders from all over Ramsey and all local businesses were trying to help promote. We had over 100 people attend from Ramsey and surrounding communities. The presenter was powerful and made an impact. And we could not have brought someone with this caliber without the efforts of Jennifer. She has more than earned her Volunteer of the Year award for 2021, and we could not be prouder to have her on our team. Jennifer, I'm glad you joined us in 2019, and I hope you stay with us for a really long
Congratulations. Would you like to say anything? Oh.
I just want to say thank you to the Alliance for this wonderful honor. It's been just a wonderful, wonderful experience to help serve the community, and I look forward to the opportunity to do it, to carry it forward and give back to the community as much as possible. And it's been a wonderful ride so far, and I just want to thank you for all of your support as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, and then environmental is Jeff Kehoe, and Councilman Weber will be presenting. All right. Nice to see you. How are you?
So for those that don't know, the environmental committee is basically a group of individuals that do everything they can to keep this town beautiful. They're involved in a lot of different things. One of the main functions that they have is to review all the site plans for the new building that come into town and make sure that everything is being done with an environmental conscientious way about it. I met Jeff probably about 6 years ago when he showed up for a recycling meeting. Jeff, I know that my daughter was still a high school student at the time. Jeff was so passionate about everything. And one of the things that really struck me, he was my daughter's favorite person at the meetings, because he just shared that love of the environment, the love of the community, recycling mentality, and what he did to me that I really appreciated was he didn't look at my daughter or talk to her as if she was a high school student. He talked to her as a peer, And she never ever forgot that. She's a college graduate now, and she's one of the majors was sustainability. Jeff brought a lot of ideas to the environmental committee. He went from recycling to green team environmental. One of the things that he brought to this town was secondhand toys. It's a recycling effort to take toys that had been gently used, recycle them. His first event was very, very successful. His next event is coming up on November 14th. I just want to congratulate Jeff. Tell him, what a wonderful job he's done and what a wonderful addition he's been to the environment.
Thank you, appreciate it. Ramsey's a wonderful community and really appreciate the opportunity to volunteer. It takes a village, and that's what it's about. And it's everybody. I'm just one of many that take the time to volunteer. So definitely appreciate the opportunity. Definitely appreciate what this community does for everybody. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Oscars. And we have Ian Wasik and Jeremy Pond. Okay. Well, you are on YouTube.
Wonderful. Over the past few years, the Hotspur Soccer Club has grown faster than I think I could have imagined. When I took over the club a few years ago, we were somewhere about 220, maybe 225 kids. We're now up to almost 300. We've added 7 or 8 teams. And the only way we've accomplished that is with the volunteers that I have on board with me. I just wanted to recognize a couple of them tonight. The first is Jeremy Kahn. Over the past few years, Jeremy's become the person that I rely on when I need advice, I need help. He's a lot calmer than I am, which really helps. I get very excited and heated at times, but Jeremy somehow stays very level. Over the past few years, he's handled our online registration, he handles the payments, he does all the communications, he manages our Team Snap account, the rosters, he's updated schedules, and on top of all that, he has started up a goalie training program, which we've had great success, a lot of great feedback from parents and families. And at the end of the day, he's doing the same thing I am, and we're working to get all these kids out on the field and to have a really good time. So, Jeremy, I definitely appreciate everything you're doing for me. Ian probably has the hardest job within our organization, and it's going to sound kind of silly, but Ian manages our practice schedule. It may not seem like much, but I can tell you that as of 35 minutes ago, he was still sending emails. So he never stops. So we have 25 Hotspur teams. Each team practices twice a week. He is coordinating the trainers to make sure that they're there. We're constantly moving fields. He never stops. So not only is he trying to balance that schedule, he has to compete against football, rec soccer, fall baseball, fall softball, cheerleading, and all of the high school sports. So all of these organizations are juggling and vying for space. As you all know, it's now much darker, so lighting in this town is an issue. Ian manages to figure out a way to get these teams on these fields, constantly talking to the high school, and he seems to manage it somehow. I have no idea, but I do know I get emails nonstop. He's constantly communicating with our coaches. And at some point, we're going to see the record for this fall come out. Hotspur's doing great this year, and I think it's a lot to do with the amount of time we're able to get these kids onto the field, and we wouldn't be able to do that without Ian. So I truly appreciate it.
gentlemen.
It's an honor to be recognized, and we do it because we love working with the kids, and we love teaching them soccer and getting them out there, and getting them hopefully on their way to play for the high school and enjoy soccer for the rest of their lives.
And we all still play soccer, by the way.
Well, did.
So it's just something we want to continue on, so appreciate it. Thank you.
Ian?
No, just thank you. Appreciate the,
Okay, Ramsey Junior Football, Arnie Gerstling, come on out.
I have some words I'll read that were sent along on behalf of Chris, the president, as he is now, right? So, Arnie has been a coach at RFA for many years, and during his tenure, he's also the vice president for the association. With that board position, he was required to give countless hours of service in order to push our organization to the standard that it is held to today. After his tenure on the board, and even after his son moved on to high school to play football, Arnie still volunteers his time as our senior head coach and helps shape the lives of the kids he coaches. Without a son in the program now, Arnie is still dedicated to the kids and the team. He gives nothing short of 110% of his heart and soul. The kids and coaches learn accountability, hard work, teamwork, and the true meaning of team through his coaching. He also volunteers his time to help groom younger coaches and will go down to the younger levels and help teach teams certain aspects of the game. Our organization and community is lucky to have him as a part of our team, and we want to honor him with this award as a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm honored. We do it for the kids. That's what it's all about. Teaching them great game of football, but also the life lessons that they can, kind of take out of the game of football. So that's why I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, Girl Scouts, Holly Collie.
So our volunteer of the year is Holly. Holly is in charge of all the Girl Scouts in town. She's what we call our service unit manager. We have close to 300 Girl Scouts in town, very active here in Ramsey. But not only is she in charge of the Girl Scouts, she's in charge of all the leaders, and we all look up to her. And I'm sure dealing with the leaders is a lot harder than dealing with the girls. During the last couple of years, both Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts have been trying because of COVID. We couldn't meet. We're used to doing things outdoors. We're always used to meeting every week. But Holly led us and showed us how we could do Zoom meetings, do different activities, and still follow the rules of COVID. We didn't lose many girls, and we gained quite a few this year coming back. So Holly has always been dedicated. I've always looked up to her. If I have any questions for any of the other Girl Scout leaders have questions, you go to Holly and she's right there. So I want to say thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I'm so lucky that I get to be alongside Jackie. She's a wealth of information. She's very involved in Ramsey. We moved here from California, and so I haven't been here that long, but to see someone like Jackie so involved has inspired me. And I'm so thankful that I get to work with so many girls, so many wonderful women that want to help these girls develop their potential, get back to the community, and affect change. And also I want to say thank you to the mayor and the council for always supporting Girl Scouts, letting them, indulging in their community service projects, supporting us at our award ceremonies. It really is a collective community effort. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Not for the picture. Yeah.
Jackie's not going anywhere.
Yep, stay here, Jackie. Okay, Boy Scouts Troop 31, Stacy Butler.
Thank you. For those of you that don't know, Troop 31 here in Ramsey is one of the oldest continuous troops in the United States. We used to say we were second, but we couldn't really prove it, so now we just say one of them. Next year, we will be, is our 110th year of being a continuous troop here in Ramsey. So this year, our volunteer of the year is Stacy. She should be volunteer of the year every year. We have to give other people turn. Please do. Stacy is just a wealth of information. Anytime we need anything on the committee, we will go to Stacy. She'll know the answer. She helps us with our training, and she's also liaison with the council. But most of all, she does a fantastic job with the boys. Again, what I said before, Sharon has been very trying for the last couple of years, especially Boy Scouts. They are an outdoor group. Stacy was able to work in small groups, so we call patrols, take them on meetings, take them on outings. She's been to our summer camp. She comes up with these fantastic trips. What was the last one?
Caving and mining.
Caving and mining. And they went, did you do the wolf?
Oh, the wolf is this Saturday.
The wolf is this Saturday. She's always at all of our meetings. She really provides the best program for the boys in our troop. So we want to say thank you very much.
Would you like to say anything?
I'm very humbled to be honored. It's my honor to serve the youth in our family. We talk about character building, and that's why we do what we do. To learn, to grow, to experience new things, and that's what this is about. And for me, as a mom, it's been my opportunity to do some wonderful things with my son, and to share that with our family, and to be able to share that wonder with so many other families. It's a special thing. I'm truly humbled to be honored.
So, full-time job, dedicated to together, all that while you get together, doctorate. So.
That's a lot of paraphernalia.
It is.
We have two groups to be honored that could not make it tonight. So from the, we want to read their names into the record. From the Ramsey Farmers Market, Pat Confrancisco and Lorraine Castellano. And from Ramsey Soccer, Andy Fico.
We have one more that's not on the list. We have the Ramsey Pool Commission. And the volunteer of the year is Councilman Bill Jones.
My name is Ed Joseph. I'm the Pool Commission. Honored to be here tonight. Kathleen, you were with us, but she couldn't make it. I just want to say a couple words about Bill. I was supposed to be, I think, surprised. Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been on the commission for several years. It's a little story of how I got to know Bill. I came here when it was the old pool, and I'm like, oh great. Well, it's great pool. I realized that we were going to build Disneyland, and I have a 5.5-year-old and a 7-year-old, and it is fantastic. I just love it. Being part of the commission is great. So through the years, I got to know Bill, outstanding person, and really just, really stood by us as a commission and just gave us great guidance. He's a really great guy. So I don't want to go on and on about it, but, I just wanted to make sure that we wanted to surprise, and I think we did a good job.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. You really want me to talk? You know,
5 minutes, Meredith.
8:30.
I'll just say this, I'm very surprised. It's been great to work with the pool commission. The group that we have now came in a difficult time, and they've shepherded us through and just expanded on what is, you know, a multi-time, I think 7 or 8 time now, award-winning Best in Bergen pool. And that's through Gary, our director, and Kat, and Ed, and Susie, and Hillary, and I'm going to forget somebody, and Mary Ann, and all the work that they've done to make it really special. And I'm very happy to have played some small role in it. Ironically, when we started this 11, 12 years ago now, I never thought I'd probably get the last one on my last day. There you go. That was nice. Thank you. There you go.
All right. So folks, that concludes our ceremony. And so thank you so much for coming out. It was great to see everybody. We appreciate you being here to recognize all the volunteers. So thank you. Have a good night. Take care. Good job, Dan.
Deirdre. Deirdre. Are you? Deirdre, are you adjourning the meeting?
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of adjourning? Aye.
All in favor? Aye.